Here we go, video number 3. We're gonna dive inside the 2025 4Runner TRD Pro. This vehicle is loaded with technology. So let's jump inside and check out the interior and see what's new for 2025. Here we go, let's get started inside. So there are a lot of features on the interior of the 4Runner, and then the TRD Pro just loads it up. So we'll talk about as much as we can. TRD always has, when it's the Pro Edition, always some red accents. So TRD Pro logo here, red stitching here on the padded armrest here, as well as here. There's kind of a faux carbon finish right here, carbon fiber finish right here, and they use that up on the dashboard as well. I'm confident it's not actual carbon fiber, but it sure looks nice and it feels like it. More importantly, a lot of times faux carbon fiber doesn't feel like it, but this one's actually texturized. The inside of the TRD Pro, there's a lot of rubber coatings, so here on the door handle, so when you go to get in, if your hand's slippery, grab right there and you're gonna get a good grip. Here's your door handle. Memory controls for the 2 drivers here, and that's going to control your outside mirrors, your sound system, your power tilt steering wheel, telescoping, which is new for the 4Runner for 2025, and then it's also going to remember your seat settings as well, so for up to 2 drivers. Also, we've got one touch up and down on all your power windows. The switches are backlit here, power door locks. And then we also have power folding outside mirrors. So these outside mirrors can be set up to automatically fold in when you pull into a parking space, or for example, if you're doing some off-road driving, you probably want to bring those in so that you don't damage those mirrors in your off-road driving experience. So the power folding mirrors, it's new for the 4Runner. It's not new for Toyota, but it's new for the 4Runner. There's also a storage compartment box here, which is also ventilated. Down here we've got bottle holders, and that's ventilated. And then there's a puddle light as well. And then also the JBL audio speakers are here in the doors. This one's upgraded with the Predator steps. I have a strong opinion against those steps. I don't like them because they're hard to get your foot on the right spot, and before you know it, you're going to mess up your shins. But also getting out at night, it's hard to find the sweet spot on those as well. This does have the Toyota threshold plate here for added protection, and then a thicker one coming in closer here. On your driver's seat, well, all the seats are SofTex fabric seats. They're also perforated seats. They feel like leather, they're not, they're synthetic. And then they have kind of a camouflage pattern inside the seats there, you can see. Nice wide side bolsters on these with the red stitching, and a height adjustable headrest as well with the stitching. But you'll notice the TRD embroidered headrest is gone away. So if you looked at the, say, a 23 or 24, you would have seen the logo here embroidered in the front headrest. It's gone on the 2025s. Height adjustable seat belts are here. We've got side airbags that are built right into the seat, so as you move the seat forward, the airbags move with you. Both front seats have power seats, recliner, power recliner, 4-way position lumbar support as well, up, down, and in and out. Over on the dashboard here, we'll start up at the top. There's vents here that can be turned on and off. There's a pile of switches down here on the TRD off-road. So you've got your ability to align your headlights right here, dimmer switch for the dash lights, gas door release, automatic high beams on and off, traction control on and off, AC 120 volt on and off for the trunk and the back seat, power lift gate to open, and then they give you 4 auxiliary switches, so you can really program whatever you want in those 4 spots. We've got the power back door here with the dome light. That's your dome light. And then the TRD light bar switches here, which, by the way, only turns on when the vehicle's when you've got the high beams on. So that's right there. I'll show you what it looks like on the outside. Come around here. And that's going to be this light bar right here that only works when you're in the high beam mode. And it's really designed for off-road driving. Cool headlights there too. Be sure and watch my exterior video. I'll show you all about those headlights. But back inside, like I say, a whole bunch of switches. These are blank switches. You can add whatever you want. Maybe a winch or something like that can be added there. You've got a hood release down here. Notice the aluminum pedals down there as well, and a dead pedal there on the left. Let's go ahead and jump inside and take a look. Here behind the wheel of the 4Runner TRD Pro, there's quite a bit of space up here. Really good passenger room, leg room. I'm kind of a short person, so even with the sunroof, I have plenty of headroom. Here's a quick look at the leg room, though. I've got the seat all the way back here, or it's back as far as I can go, and I'm 5'7". I don't think I could drive it like this. If you're 6-footer plus, you might as well come in and give it a try and see if it fits for you. Some people have longer legs and a shorter torso, so it's different for everybody. But find out for yourself, stop in and take it for a spin. Steering wheel on here, this is going to be electric power steering, which gives you more assist at slower speeds and less at higher speeds, to give you more control at high or low speeds. Fingertip controls for your cruise control with the dynamic radar cruise control. Lane tracing assist is all set up here. Over on the left-hand side is where we find our controls for our voice activation, our volume for our sound system, all of that if we want to place a call. And then there's a control right here, and that gives you the ability to toggle through some of the information up on your information center. We'll take a quick look at that in just a minute. There's also a TRD logo here on the steering wheel. So very comfortable heated leather steering wheel. Over on this side, we've got wiper controls with intermittent wipers up front, and we also have the rear washer wiper control there as well. Over on this side is where we find our headlight controls. So we've got our high beams, our low beams, our fog light controls are all right here. And it does have automatic on and off for your headlights. So you've got automatic high beams and automatic on and off controls right here. Let's take a quick look at the gauge cluster on here. So it's a full electronic instrument cluster. I'm just going to try to zoom in a little bit so you can see it maybe a little bit better. So no more mechanical needles on here. And let me just kind of toggle through some of the settings. You have a digital speedometer here. These are our controls for off-road, so you can see what's going on with the balance of the vehicle. Let me kind of pop through here and see if I can get back to some normal stuff. Engine oil, battery amp meter, engine oil pressure controls over there, temperature controls. Let's see what else we got here. There's a lot of different controls within that system there. Again, something you want to stop by and take a look at the dealership. Spend a couple minutes and get to know it and see exactly what's available. As we head up top here, this one is equipped with the JBL audio system. So extra speakers up here, but then the latest, greatest, newest thing they've been doing on these is including this JBL, this removable JBL speaker, rechargeable speaker. So you can pop this one up, take it out, you can tailgate with it. It's a Bluetooth connectivity. And then when you go ahead and drop it in to the to its dock here, then it will connect with your sound system and give you some added sound from that as well. So lots of great features. Overhead, well, let's continue this way. We've got our push button start for our engine. Down here we've got controls for the trailer braking. We've got the large 14.3-inch multimedia screen. Now this is the same screen that Toyota uses in the Sequoia, 14.3 inches. The difference being this is a smaller vehicle. So when you get in this one, that screen begins to look pretty darn large. Here, let me zoom out a little bit. Maybe this will help you. Here we go. So it feels a lot bigger inside the 4Runner than inside the Sequoia, but it is the same screen and it's really a fantastic setup. You notice it's all virtual, so everything's fingertips, right? And there's only one physical control, and that's going to be this knob down here, and this is for your volume and your on and off, as well as the ability to do it over on the steering wheel here. We'll just jump in here. I want to show you a couple quick features on here. And make sure this radio is turned down. So the radio does have, or the sound system does have, AM, FM, Sirius satellite radio. You get 3 months of the premium service, no extra charge, and then it's a subscription service after that. We also have, if I pop back over here, you can set up navigation for your driver's navigation. And then if I go in down here, there is my backup camera there. Okay, and a 360 view, because there's cameras on the outside that help with that. So that's pretty nice. If you're doing some trailer towing, you've got some different settings as well for that. So again, stop by the dealership, take a look at some of that. A lot of great options on that, this sound system. It also has 4G connectivity, so you can set up with AT&T to run it as a hotspot. You can set up 2 different mobile devices to operate that as well, so lots of options there. As we go down the center here, throw some light on so you can see down here, automatic temperature control for front driver and front passenger, ventilated seats for your front driver and front passenger, heated seats for the front driver and front passenger. Here's your heated steering wheel control. That's actually new as well, heated steering wheel. And then way down here is where we've got our wireless charging for our smartphone. So it's got the Qi wireless charging system. You can just drop your phone down there. You don't have to plug it in, away you go. One of the things I like about the way this one is set up is that it's tipped up so you can actually see it. Some of them are laying flat and it's hard to see, like if you get a text or something, you look down, you can't really see it. So I really like the way they set that up. If you need to plug in, you'll see we've got a 45 watt and another 45 watt plug in here for USB-C, and then we've got our 12 volt plug as well. And then there's some extra storage down here as well. Take a look at your shifter with the red here, leather wrapped as well. We've got the multi-terrain select here as well. If you're not familiar with that, watch for a link at the end of this video. There's some great YouTube videos that demonstrate that. But the great part about this feature is, as I turn it, there's an animation up here on the dashboard to tell me which mode I'm in. So that's sport, you can see it's red, and then if I go normal, kind of a grayish, and then eco is kind of a pale green color. So there's actually some nice video animation up there depending on what setting I'm on. We also have the multi-terrain select. We also have our 4x4 controls down there as well. Now here we've got our trailer controls, 360 view. If I push that, the vehicle actually does a perimeter scan so it can look all the way around me. Kind of an interesting thing. I don't really know if it has a lot of value. Here's our locking differential control, and then stabilizer lock and unlock. So what that does is the front stabilizer bar can be locked to give it more of a rigid ride when you're on road, but when you're off road you might want to turn that off to give the vehicle a little bit more flexibility in the suspension. Cup holders down here. Of course you get the smart keyless entry system as well, so that's all there. The armrest is here, again, does have the red stitching. It's kind of on the small side with a little bit of storage underneath here. There's no place to plug in underneath there, though. There used to be charging ports, but those are no longer on the 2025. Here's a quick look at the passenger side. Of course, you have that passenger assist handle there. Lighted vanity mirrors on both sides with visor extensions on both sides. I really like the way they did the Toyota up here. Notice it's got the outline in red, the Toyota red, little storage cubby, and then you've got red stitching on the glove box. This is SofTex fabric. Notice it is a locking glove box, and it's a pretty nice size as well with your owner's manuals tucked up in there. So there's lots of features. There's a passenger assist handle up here as well to get in and out. We've got the virtual rear view mirror with the old school mirror if you want that. Also, we have HomeLink controls down there as well. I'm sorry, this vehicle just has so many features. Just to be a feature, tell you all about the features. Sunglass holder. We've got the moonroof controls. Also, Toyota Safety Connect is right here. So if you have problems out on the road, part of Toyota Care is 2 years, 25,000 miles roadside assistance. If you tap that, Toyota will get you taken care of. Also, there's a switch right here, and one of the things that's always been a popular feature on the 4Runner is the sliding rear view or sliding rear window. So that's what that switch does up there. Really great feature, especially once you drop that back window, all the windows up here, pop open that sunroof, and you really got a nice open air feel about it. Finally up here, there's a camera here, and this camera is designed to make it so that you can record your driving. So that's an integrated dash cam. It's an upcharge. It's a $4.99 upcharge, and it does capture images and video. So there's actually an SD card inside of here. That's a $500 upcharge. It's a really great feature. Kind of hard to explain in a video. Stop by the dealership, take a look. I think you might like to have that on this vehicle. So this one's really loaded up. Let's go ahead and jump in the back seat and take a look at some features back there. Seat here. I guess before we do that, I want to show you the back door. There is privacy glass on these rear windows. The only difference between this door and the one up front that I'm aware of, well, there's two differences, sorry. One is there's a speaker on the lower door, just like up front, but then there's also a tweeter up here on the upper door panel. You didn't see that up front. And then there's a bottle holder here on the back door as well. I want to warn you, don't put a cup in there without a lid on it and then close the door. You'll have soda all over the place, but it's a good place to put your bottle of water. Take a look at the seats. Identical to what we saw up front, except for they're not heated and they're not ventilated in the back seat, but they are perforated and they do have that camouflage pattern in there with the red stitching. Now for 2025, they did a much nicer job on the rear seats. I complained, they listened. The rear seats are easier to fold down. There's a handle right here, and all you have to do is give that a tug, and that'll pop that seat up. And if you want to get into the back seat, there's a little step there. I'm sorry, there is no back seat on this one, but if you want to get into the back, you can do that right here on this step. But I do like the way the seat now pops up and out of the way. And if I bring it back down, then it locks into place like that. I don't have to take the headrest out to get the seat down. And there are child safety seat anchors here on the backs of the seats. The seats are also felt lined here as well. Let's pop that up, jump inside. There's another passenger assist handle right here. Again, these Predator steps I mentioned earlier, maybe I did. For the 4Runner, it's kind of too far ahead. I mean, I got to put my foot up here to try to get in. I think it should be here, or just don't get those things. I don't like them. Let's jump inside. Let's see, folding armrest. The back seats fold down 60-40. They used to do 40-20-40, but they're 60-40 now. What else is back here we can talk about? We've got vents here. There's no temperature controls. USB charging ports there. 120 volt port right there. There are pockets on the backs of the seats back here, right? And what else? Do lose a little bit of headroom up here with that sunroof. You can see it does come down. There's an LED reading light right here. I like where it's mounted. It's mounted kind of back from the passengers so they can actually, read or see something. A lot of times they're up here, and that doesn't really give much help for the backseat passengers. There are 3 seat belts back here, and as I mentioned, you can fold these seats down 100%. In fact, let's jump in the trunk and we'll do that. So coming around to the back of it, I do like the way the liftgate comes up nice and high. More than 6 feet of clearance right here on this, which makes great for tailgating. Love the LED lights they put here, and then the speakers are in the tailgate as well. So if you're doing some tailgating back here, you're gonna get great sound and a little bit of coverage from the sun or the rain or what have you. I also like the large step bumper on here. It gives you a great place to sit down and change out your snow boots or your skis or your hiking boots. It does have the trailer towing hitch back here. It comes with the rubber cover there. In the back, we've got a nice low floor. You can see that there. There is a hybrid battery under there as well. You can see the seats fold down 60 or 40%. Gives you lots of cargo room. Ability to put a single air mattress if you want to do an overnight camp trip or something like that. You can do that. Tie down hooks here. We've got a cargo net in here. wiring, auxiliary wiring there. So lots of extra storage cubbies over on the sides as well. Notice bottle holders, but there's no third row seat on this one. There's a little storage compartment right up there. And here, let me go up there. I'll show you what's underneath there. If we pop that up, that's gonna be our storage compartment right there. So that's kind of a nice little hidden spot. You wanna put the goodies in there and hide them out of the way so the kids can't find all your snacks. It's a great place to do that. Let's go back and continue taking a look. What else is back here? Speaker here, 120 volt outlet here, tie down hooks as well. Cargo cover comes off of the back here, cargo net. And then if we pop this up here, again, a storage compartment, and your jack and toolkit's gonna be over there. A little bit more storage, so little places to hide and store stuff, get it out of sight, out of mind. I like the LED lights back here. That's going to be new as well. So plenty of lighting in the back, as well as those extra LED lights up top. Now, if you're wondering where the spare tire is, it's going to be right here. It is a full-size spare tire, which obviously is something you want when you're going off-road, or if you're towing a boat or camper or something like that. You do not want to go without a full-size spare tire. So that's a quick look at the interior of this 2025 Toyota 4Runner TRD Pro. Hey, if you like this video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know in the comments. I'll do my best to answer them. This is Tony talking car biz. Thanks for watching.